the path to the prosperity of a nation. Let peace reign. On the news this afternoon, River State Governor Nyesom Wike commissions first phase of Trans-Kalabari Road. APC governorship candidate in River State, Tonye Cole, accuses Governor Wike of running for third term through Siminalayi Fubara. Governor Wike vows to resist attempts to stop suspension of PDP National Chairman Iyorchia Ayu. INEC to hold supplementary elections in 3 local government areas in River State. Indigents of Umeche Mineche local government area of River State cry out over lack of functional healthcare facilities in the area. On the foreign scene, Ghanaian president announces modification of anti-gay bill. I am Kala Dakuru Batabo. Good afternoon. River State Governor Nyesom Wike is commissioning the first phase of the Trans-Kalabari Road. The state government said the road, which links the 3 Kalabari local government areas of Asari Toru, Akoko Toru and Digima local government areas, will decongest major cities like Port Harcourt. Governor Wike kicked off construction of Trans-Kalabari Road on the 24th of June 2021. As you may know, the Trans-Kalabari Road project has been one of the topical issues in the political space since 1999. The River State Governor accused the suspended national chairman of the PDP of collecting bribes to compromise the fortune of the PDP in the 2023 general elections.
We delivered our state. We won the 3 seats. We won 11 House of Reps. We won 32 over 32 of House of Assembly. Ask them, those who want to be chairman of this party, what do you have to give to the party now? Presidential election, you took bribes and lost in your unit, lost in your ward, lost in your local government, lost in your state. Which party will you preside over us? You preside the one me have given us. You come and preside over this state so that we will begin to donate money to the party. If you don't deliver your state, you can't preside over us.
Before he cut the ribbon at the commissioning ceremony, the Ebonyi State Governor Dave Umahi said the refusal of the suspended national chairman of the PDP, Ayu, to resign helped the victory of the APC in the 2023 general elections.
I want to also thank very highly the suspended chairman of PDP. He did very well, because if he had accepted to resign, it would have been very difficult for the APC. So he's our man, and I commend him very, very, very well. And I'm begging Wike, they should lift his suspension so that he can suspend many more of your leaders. We love what he has done. We commend him, and I think Asiwaju must know that he worked for him, and they must also integrate him in the next administration.
Yesterday, High Court in Makurdi, Benue State, restrained Senator Iyorchia Ayu from parading as chairman of the party pending the determination of the substantive suit adjourned to 17th of April for hearing. A member of the PDP from Benue State, Taide Utan, instituted the case before Justice W.I. Pochi. The court ruling comes after he was suspended by the party. But one of the spokesmen of the PDP Presidential Campaign Council, Charles Anyagu, blamed Governor Wike for the crisis rocking the PDP in Benue State. He described the court order against Senator Ayu as unfortunate. The APC governorship candidate in River State, Tonye Cole, says Governor Wike is going for a third term through the incoming administration of Siminalayi Fubara. Speaking on Channels TV Sunrise Daily, he also said that the people of River State are not aware of the governor's-elect's plans for the state.
This was not an election between Governor Wike and Rotimi Amechi. It was an election between myself and Sim. Sim never showed, Sim never spoke, Sim never came out, and it became a Wike's third term. And so Wike pushed this election, he continued to push the election, and he continues to push it even after the election is over. I don't know that Sim has been interviewed. I don't know he has come out to tell us what he wants to do. I don't know that many people recognize him at all.
Mr. Tonye Cole also alleged that the ruling party deliberately instituted violence to frustrate his campaign during the elections.
Particularly, River State had some issues. There were issues of executives that the Governor Wike put against all political parties, which meant that we could not use the normal rally points that we used to use. In the midst of all of that, we were shot at, bombs were thrown at, I was attacked several times, our campaign was destroyed several times. And so there was an active effort by the PDP in the state to stop us from campaigning.
Mr. Cole vows to challenge the outcome of the election at the tribunal.
We will go to tribunal. We'll see what the tribunal would bring. Should the tribunal do what I believe they would do, because this was clear to everyone that everyone saw that elections in Rivers State did not happen the way it ought to happen. Let's assume with the evidence that we produce, the election is overturned and then we get into government, all well and good. If on the other hand that does not happen, we continue. We're not going anywhere.
Moving on. INEC says it will hold supplementary elections in Falga 2, Gokana, and Kana local government area of Rivers State on April 15. INEC head voter education and publicity in the state, Marco Sulo, made this known to our correspondent. Elsewhere, families of victims of electoral violence during the governorship election in Awuda West local government area, Rivers State, are calling for justice. As you may know, the APC campaign coordinator in the area, Chisom Leonard, was among those found dead in the area on election day. His relative, Tabele Felix, spoke to our correspondent, Soibi Uduwari.
No, for now, I have no plan for the burial. For now, no plan for the burial. I am still crying. What I want to say is government help me. Government help me and find the killer. Is the eye of the family. Is the eye of my family's family. Breadwinner of his family house. I have no strength to go to the police. But the party, it is that I told, if they can help me to go to police. I don't know where to go. I don't know where to go. I don't know. We are confused. We don't know what to do. We don't know where to go.
On his part, Odinaka Godspower, brother to another victim, Esa Godspower, who also died in Awuda West, said Mr. Godspower was planning for the funeral of their mother before his death.
Nothing them talk, but we have come to them, we tell them, because Esa that died on that election day, Esa have carried my mother to mortuary. My mother is dead on last year, April. We're supposed to bury him on March this year. Based on the condition of Nigeria, the burial supposed to be this week. They shift the burial to August. So since that thing happened, we don't know how we go do. And Esa have born 3 children. Don't know who will take care of them. I don't know what is going to happen. So who will cry for government? Let them help us.
Away from that, the Rivers State government has started demolishing properties around the AIT office in Port Harcourt on the right-of-way of the proposed GRA Phase 5 housing project. A correspondent who visited the area reports that makeshift shops sharing boundaries with the office of AIT and Repower FM are first to be affected by the demolition exercise. Some affected shop owners who spoke to our correspondent appealed to the state government to relocate or compensate them.
A bulldozer come this early morning. So as they come, they begin scatter people things. They not even wait, make people remove their things. Everybody here, we are angry because it's here that we from eat small thing. Before people come this morning, they have already been scattering people things. I beg any compensation at all. We government go fee help us, man, they help us.
We were told that Phase 5 GRA will be mapped out around this area. It's quite unfortunate that that notice was so short.
Make him fire us go another place now. Like a airport road, say, oh yeah, people wait this side, make gonna call this side, say, so person, make gonna leader, or you carry all of them, go, so I'm going to go to pay.
But right, we're here to look for our stomach. I'm not against him demolishing the area or whatever he's doing. But why he did not give us enough time to arrange ourselves? It will increase more crime in the state here.
Recall that last week, the Rivers State government issued a 48-hour notice to DAC Communications PLC to remove its property on the right-of-way of its proposed GRA Phase 5 in Port Harcourt. Still ahead, indigents of Umechim in HA, Rivers State, cry out lack of functional healthcare facilities in the area. Stay tuned as we go for a quick commercial break. Thank you for staying tuned. Welcome back. Now the rest of the news. Indigents of Umechem community in Eche local government area of River State have cried out over lack of functional healthcare facilities despite their rich crude oil contributions to Nigeria's economy. A correspondent who visited the community reports that grasses have taken over the only cottage hospital in the community and the buildings are in dilapidated conditions. The people called on the government to prioritize their health needs.
As far as Umechem is concerned, we don't have anything like health center. So we need health center in Umechem where we can put to bed, where we can immunize our children. If we can have emergency now, say, Madam, come, oh, this one don't have. We don't know unless we go to another village. We don't have it in our village.
Umechem is a big place. They have oil. Government should come and do something about the health center. We need their help.
The cottage hospital, there have not been any facilities there. And up till now, we have not seen any medical presence. Everything just vandalized. We need government present. We call on the River State government and also federal government, even a local government, they should do something.
We don't have health center in Umechem community.
Also, the CDC chairman of Umechem in Eche local government area, Mr. Thangod Agbam, has appealed to the state government to help rehabilitate the Umuogo Road, which has been in deplorable state. He spoke with our correspondent who visited the area.
People cannot pass that road, cannot pass, and that road, our people, their occupation is farming, and most of our farms, both we and Umechem, is located within that environment. It also affected the economic activities of the and Umechem people. Therefore, it has caused a lot of setback to us. So, perhaps if the government will put into cognizance the activities of our people to put that road in order, it will enhance our economic development. Let the government assist.
Other indigents of the community spoke to our correspondent.
Umoga Egui Road. They have been in this condition and government have not been doing anything about it. There is no vehicle that can fly this road. People living in that road doesn't go back to their house. When there is rainfall, you cannot pass through this way. And this is a community that have oil.
People who are living here have been suffering. They can't drive to their houses. They used to park their car and use leg and access their place. And we have been looking for a way to see if government or share can come and put the road in order. But no way. We are calling on government to come and help us. Both NDDC and share, they should come and assist the community.
It's a road that links Igruta, Umechem, Umoga Autonomous Community and Egui.
As you may know, Umechem community has over 250 producing oil wells and serves as a host flow station. To avert a nationwide strike by the Nigeria Labour Congress, the Minister of Labour and Employment, Chris Ngige, and the Governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Godwin Emefiele, on Monday met with the leadership of the Congress. This was disclosed by the Director of Press and Public Relations, Ministry of Labour and Employment, Olajide Oshundon. The NLC leadership had threatened the workers will go on a strike if after a 7-day ultimatum the CBN fails to end the naira scarcity in the country. In business, the National Bureau of Statistics says River State recorded the second highest fare in water transportation with 3,200 in the last 1 year. River State was second to Delta State, which recorded the highest fare with 3,500 naira. The least was recorded in Borno with 360 naira. In entertainment, Bene singer Angelique Kidjo won the 2023 Polar Music Prize, one of Europe's top music prizes, along with Britain's Chris Blackwell, founder of Island Records. The 5-time Grammy winner, dubbed Africa's premier diva by Time magazine. She is best known for her hits Agolo and Wee Wee. In sports, after 3 defeats in his last 5 fights, the former world champion Anthony Joshua is set to return to the ring on Saturday, 1st April, against American Jermaine Franklin. The fight at London's O2 Arena is termed as the New Dawn. The 33-year-old Joshua, who turned professional in 2013, has a new team behind him, headed by coach Derek James, and has based his training camp in Texas, USA.
And now, we bring you news from around the world.
On the foreign scene, Ghanaian President Nana Akufo-Addo says an anti-gay bill being debated in Parliament has been modified following his government's intervention. Speaking during a joint news conference with the visiting U.S. Vice President Kamala Harris, Mr. Akufo-Addo said the bill was not an official government policy, but rather had been put forward by a handful of private members. On the news this afternoon, you heard River State Governor Nyesom Wike is commissioning the first phase of Trans-Calabar Road. APC governorship candidate in River State, Tony Cole, has alleged that Governor Wike contested for a third term through Simnalai Fubara. Governor Wike had vowed to resist attempts to stop the suspension of PDP National Chairman Yorcha Ayu. INEC is to hold supplementary elections in 3 LGAs in River State. Indigents of Umechim in Eche, local government area of River State, have cried out for help over lack of functional healthcare facilities in their area. On the foreign scene, Ghanaian president has announced the modification of anti-gay bill. The news was edited by Onyekachi Wosu. Mostly sunny weather in Port Harcourt this afternoon. Remember, peace is the path to the prosperity of a nation. So let peace reign. I am Kala Dakurubatabo. Thank you for listening and do stay tuned to 92.3 Nigeria Info.